according to the styles, is never going overboard. So you could go.
Not tonight, I don't think, but tomorrow I could come.
What's your thing tonight?
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, well, tomorrow night it is.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
I'll get some signatures for
Down he goes, back at the 8-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
It just goes out.
But that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Got to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
These defenses
On that last play, that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they went up to the challenge.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
H8 on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chargers. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he'll elect not to run with it. But a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Again, it's A-Chain. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Home troops right. Hey, Ray. Go. Let's go.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen from 21 yards away. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
20, TX.
Now Tua. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
2nd and 15. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharpie?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
It's safe. Go ahead. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
A give up the middle to H.A. Gets through and now an opening. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
On 2nd down, a run by H.A. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. H.A. now up the middle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 76 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Watch it, Oscar.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Solo left side. 21G.
Tua going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He'll look to throw. They set up the screen to A-Chain. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A-Chain will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Checks this one down to Robinson. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Shelling through the defense. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Robinson will try to pick it up. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with it. There he goes, right side. And just shutting him off there. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score. Put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. situation here as they fail to connect on third.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Davis now to return it. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll pitch it to Robinson. And a pretty good burst right there as they take this down to the 33. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Go. Hey, Kappa.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10. Quick throw here to Johnston.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first and 10, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Herbert on third down now. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one in the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Allen has it, left side. No gain on the play, and it's second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak.
And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Now Herbert, third and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Jerome Baker in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down.
think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
This is a 26-yard attempt. And this one is right through.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Berrios now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 13.
And off to A-Chain to begin the drive.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Tua. Little short pass here to Hill, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
It's A-Chain on the give.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
A-Chain on the counter.
He stiff arms him. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
They'll get this one to Ezekama.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time. And now it's 1st and 10.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down. Showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
Tua now on 1st down. Got a man. It's Barrios complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
5 receivers in the formation that time, Brandon. So all they're trying to do is create a little indecision in the defense's mind. And instead, they just want to drop this one off underneath. Nice job, though, to get to him quickly and hold him to a short gain.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
20 TX.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On the handoff, it's H.A. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Herbert. Finding Allen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And some space here. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Robinson up the middle. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Now Herbert.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Hey, Ram. 59. Hey, go Lion.
Herbert to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He's got it complete to Waddle. And he'll have a quick first down on a nice hook up there as he'll get out of bounds to stop the clock as well.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. Tua.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing Tua. This is caught by Waddle.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Well, going to be tough to get 2 plays out of this. This could very well be it. Now Tua. A give left side. Here's H.A.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.A. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 114 yards rushing for him now on 25 carries. A good opening drive so far here in overtime, looking to put the pressure on with a touchdown. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. That is just a gigantic interception here in overtime of this playoff game. And now, Charles, all they need is 3 to win it.
That's exactly right, because now one possession, one field goal gets it done. They force a lot of big turnovers in the regular season, Brandon, but none come bigger than that one right there. Here in the playoffs, they've got a chance to put this one away.
The Charger drive about to get going.
One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
So the next score wins here in the playoffs, and we will go as long as need be as they work here on 2nd down.
From his own end zone, Herbert.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10.
They pitch it to Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Set.
Pass out left finds Johnston.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
Home troops right. Go.
They snap it to Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
62 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. This 2nd and 4.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And Allen's going to have a Chargers first down as he'll get this down to the 32. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.
Well, the change in rules from the regular season to the playoffs at least gave both teams, Charles, an opportunity.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time. I ain't got the goose. Stack with me. Don't come through the bad energy. You ain't with the vibe. of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I want to circulate the unity, the continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack the figures with your family. I can show you how to get them figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. Oh, oh.